Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Anthony here, and in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how you can scale a branded dropshipping store to $5,000 a day in 12 days. And I'm literally not even making this up. One of our students posted in a group saying he was testing a product, and he was going okay. He was making a couple sales, and then 12 days later, he made a post. I love Saturday. He was up to $5,000 a day in revenue, or just shy of $5,000 a day, and he made $1,600 in total profit. So he was able to scale to a few $1,000s a day in revenue in just 12 days profitably by focusing on two things that I'm going to break down in this video. That if you focus on these two things as a beginner, you are going to exponentially increase the rate at which you're able to find a successful product, as well as the speed at which you're able to get to a few $1,000s a day in revenue. And there's a lot of videos online about what things you should focus on. There's a lot of, quote, beginner guides and tutorials. And the raw truth of the matter is most of them are either like way too long, or they just have way too much fluff in them and they're very confusing, and you don't actually walk away from the video knowing what you need to focus on. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the two main things that you need to focus on. So make sure you stick until the end. And if you want to get access to my complete Shopify dropshipping masterclass that shows you exactly step-by-step how you can build a dropshipping store to a few $1,000s a day in revenue and make your first $1,000 a day with branded dropshipping, just like Ray was able to do here, hit the first link in the description to join God Tier Ecom. Not only do you get access to the class, you get access to 4 weekly Q&As, as well as a free one-on-one coaching call with myself. And we have over $400 worth of spy tools, PP ads, EU Spy, all that good stuff is in there on shared accounts that you can use. So it's literally an instant ROI for joining. And there's a 7-day money back guarantee, so you can test it out. And if you don't like it, you can get your money back. That being said, let's jump into the video and break down the two things you need to focus on, so that way you can start making your first $1,000 a day with dropshipping in 2024. So the two things you should only be focusing on to scale to 5K a day in less than 2 weeks. Now, as I mentioned, there are two main things. What are those two things specifically? It comes down to these right here. So building high converting landing pages for products that are already selling. This is all you need to scale to a few $1,000s a day in revenue profitably. Building high converting landing pages for products that are already selling. Because the truth of the matter is, most people entering dropshipping suck. And that is okay. That's just the truth of the matter. I sucked in the beginning. I still suck in many ways in dropshipping. Lots of people suck. And the truth is, there is just so few actual quality stores that are being built for trending products or products that are selling, that just by doing this alone, you can stand out in the market amongst the sea of dropshippers that are using the same shrine theme, that are using the same layout. And I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. But just by focusing on that, and combining it with a product that's already selling, that's already trending, that already has proof of demand, this is the fastest path to $1,000 a day with branded dropshipping. So building high converting landing pages for products that are already selling. And a lot of people seem to overlook the landing page portion of dropshipping because it's not talked about that much. But the truth is, most dropshipping stores just really suck in terms of quality. And you have to remember, people buying from dropshipping stores are the exact same people buying from legitimate brands. So they're used to a certain level of quality on the landing page when they go to Ulta, when they go to Sephora, when they go to Nordstrom, whatever the case may be. There's a certain level of quality and appearance that those pages have that if your store cannot replicate to a certain degree, the alarm bells go off, the trust drops to zero, and they bounce from the page and you lose the sale. And that is why most of your products are probably not converting at the rate that they can if you pair them with a high converting landing page. And number two is having products that are already selling, because the truth is there's so many, quote, saturated products that are selling like crazy on Amazon. I'm going to show you how to find them in this video as well. And those are the products that you want to be selling, especially if you are a beginner. You don't want to try and find some unproven, untapped winner, although you can. It is a little bit more risky. I find the quickest path to getting success with dropshipping is choosing stuff that's already moving, building up a really high converting story so you can box out the competition, and then capturing all that demand that all those other shitty dropshippers are not going to capture because their stores suck. Now, I'm going to make the analogy here, and I've done this analogy several times on this channel, but a lot of people seem to think saturated products are just, you should not be selling saturated products because there's too much competition and it's hard to stand out. But really all saturated products are Saturated products are, quote, saturated. And the reason why they're saturated is because there's typically a lot of sellers. But the reason there's a lot of sellers is because there's usually a lot of demand. So the influx of demand creates signals to other sellers in the market that this product is working well. Sellers flock in droves to try and sell that product, and then the market becomes, quote, saturated. But the key point there is the reason why it's saturated in the first place is because there's such an excess of demand. So you can imagine that demand as almost like the sand in an hourglass. And there are thousands upon thousands of products with this level of demand circulating in the economy every single day. They're not even being bought in dropshipping stores. I'm talking retail, I'm talking Amazon. And so when we're choosing products that are proven to sell or, quote, saturated, we are essentially entering markets where we know there is an influx of demand to support multiple sellers. And what we're going to do with our store is we have this demand and we recognize that there is an influx of demand, and we position our store right here. Okay. This is the essence of this strategy, and why it works so well is because we are positioning our store right at the sort of like hourglass, shape here, right where the demand is being transferred into the pockets of the sellers. We are just going to position our store and literally redirect all of that demand onto our store. There's a quote by Gary Gensler, Economic Rents. He had a quote. See if I can find it. It was a really good quote. Can't find it. Anyways, Gary Gensler had this quote which was basically, he figured out that if he could stand in the, quote, middle, I'm paraphrasing here, in the middle of the circulation of the economic rents, then he can get uber wealthy. So in other words, if you stand or position your store in the market where there's an influx of demand constantly transferring between sellers or buyers and sellers, then you can scoop up all of that demand. And that's the crux of this strategy. And that's what this is visualized. We're building high converting landing pages and then positioning ourselves exactly where that demand is to be able to capture that demand and transfer it into our pockets and provide a good experience to our customers as well. So let's talk about how to actually do this from a tactical standpoint very quickly. So step number one is finding a trending/saturated product. And I've got several product research videos on my store or on my YouTube channel that you can check out. As you guys know, the best place to look for products that are selling well is to go exactly where the people are advertising. So Creative Center has been one of my go-to product research methods as of late, but I also wanted to show off a couple of other methods as well that you may not be using currently. So one thing that I've been loving is using Amazon as a product research tool. And I'll show you exactly how this works. And the reason why I like this is because we often forget that a lot of the dropshipping products that we're trying to sell are really readily available on Amazon. So we can actually use a Chrome extension to be able to track Amazon sales. And the one that I use is, let me double check. I think it's Amazon Revenue Calculator. So this one right here, add it to your site, and this will literally allow you to see how much revenue a product is doing on an Amazon listing. So let's say you find one on Creative Center or your product research tool. And let's not do that one. Let's do skincare wand, for a hypothetical example. Okay, so I can scroll down, and using this Chrome extension, I can see how much revenue is being generated in the past month approximately on each of these Amazon listings. So looking here, as you can see, this facial massager, which you guys have no doubt probably seen on like TikTok or different spy tools, this one's doing 300 to 360K every single month. This high frequency one is peaking at 400K. And there's several other products here that are doing several six figures a month. And those are the products that you want to go after. So we could do another example. If I did like a posture corrector, right? So as you can see, if I scroll down, I can start to see which posture correctors in particular are actually performing the best. And one thing that you can do is filter this by sort by, but you could filter by orders/reviews. Let's see if we filter this by reviews. I guess I actually don't know how to filter it by reviews, but hopefully you're seeing the point of this. Let's do one more. Let's do biocollagen face masks, since that's a very popular product. This one right here, the BioDance. As you can see, this product, there's a reason why it popped off on TikTok and all that good stuff. These guys are clearing 2 million every single month selling this face mask. These are the products that you want to go after, okay? So I'm going to try and visualize this as much as possible because I really want to nail this point home. And we're going to create the Miro board live on this video. Let me grab this because I hope that this is really sticking in your mind. So this, right? This 2 million every single month that's being transacted for this specific product. This is the hourglass, right, in this figure, okay? So this is the excess demand, right? So we have all of that. You could think of that. That's the 2 million here, right? And we are going to be building our store. And actually, let me back up. So this is the seller. This is Biodance down here. They are just loving it. They are making all this money. They are chilling. And this product is also very good. So they are providing a good experience to their customers and they are making a shit ton of money. Now, what we're going to do is we use this demand as a signal as to where we should be selling. And when this demand, as you can see, is being transacted down the funnel or down the hourglass, we want to position our store here right in the middle, just like that. Very simple. There's already $2 million worth of people buying this product every single month. They can either buy it from them or they can buy it from you. And we use our ads to be able to drive that attention onto our store so people can buy from our store and not from them. I feel like I'm kind of talking in circles here, but I really want to try and break this down as rudimentarily as possible because people always talk all the time about saturated products. It's too saturated, when in reality, those are the products that you want to go after. Those are the ones with demand. Those are the ones where you can take just a tiny piece of that pie. And a tiny piece of this pie, and remember, a fractional piece of this pie is a 6-figure income every single year or a 6-figure business, right? 100K a month compared to 2 million per month. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video would be very happy with that. So use Amazon to your advantage, combine it with things like Creative Center, right? So you can find products online. And this has become my go-to validation method. So I'll basically go from Spy Tool. I'll take the Spy Tool, whatever products that I find on there. I'll bring that into Amazon, use that Chrome extension. And if I can find ample volume, typically I'm looking for at least anywhere from 200 to 300K every single month, because that means there's a big enough pie that if I take a small piece of that, it's going to generate me a lot of revenue. So go from the Spy Tools, find the products, or use Ad Library, Creative Center, find the products, and then validate that demand using this new Chrome extension method. All right, so that's step number one, is just finding the actual saturated product or the trending product. And then step number two is going to be building a high converting landing page. And I haven't talked a lot about this in depth on my channel. I've definitely shown layouts and different things, but I want to share some of the three key components of a high converting landing page, as well as give you an example of how I built one and how you can use things like AI to be able to turbocharge the speed at which you create those pages. So three main things, right? So step number one is you want to have an instant impact, and you want to provide consumers with that immediate sense of professionalism and quality. And I should have put here, but that also equals sense of trust and relief, right? Because this is your first impression. Imagine if you showed up to a date with this really beautiful girl, you hit it off on the dating app or whatever, and you show up, you haven't taken a shower, your hair is all fucked up. Imagine what that girl's going to think of you as soon as she sees you coming out of the car. Now, reverse that. Imagine if you come to the date, you're very well groomed, your haircut is on point, you're dressed well, you smell good. That first impression is going to make her at ease. And same thing with a store. That first impression is critical, and most people are going to decide very quickly within a split second if they can trust your brand or not. Step number two is building that trust and building upon that initial first impression with social proof. So you need to use multiple forms of social proof, testimonials, user reviews. If you have other endorsements from different news publications on the page as well, that can really help to bolster social proof. And you want to let other people talk about how good the product is for you instead of marketing to them or making it feel like you are telling them how good the product is. And then number three is you want to create desire with satisfaction, or in other words, show people through different headlines in the value propositions, with before and after photos, with transformation photos, whatever desire that they have in being in the market for this product, show it being actually satisfied. So if it's back pain, show someone getting rid of back pain. If it's acne prone skin, show someone getting clear skin. And then some secondary things, use value propositions to enforce what makes the product worthwhile. Do lots of visuals, do offer comparisons, and then have a clear call to action that guides them to the next step in the page. So I'm going to show you an example of one of my pages here. And I literally just built this the other day. And I wish I had another page from another dropshipper, but I couldn't find one selling this particular product. So let's go ahead and jump to my page really quick here. And as you can see, the initial first impression is all high quality. And I'll do a quick inspect element so you can see how it looks in mobile. But in my opinion, there is absolutely no inkling that this could be a dropshipping site whatsoever. And as we scroll the page, that theme continues because we're going to have really high quality assets. And when you are creating landing pages like this, literally no one can compete. So we've got our trust here with the different news publications. We've got a really high quality asset, which looks like a studio photo shoot, but in actuality, I just used Midjourney. So I used Midjourney to generate a photo that I could use on the page. And then I have tons of social proof and testimonials. So before and afters, I've been using this Twitter static that has become really popular. And there's another YouTuber who made some content on the Twitter statics working really well. We've got video testimonials. We've got a results column here, another Midjourney photo, more Trustpilot reviews. We explain how it works, before and afters, all of our offer enhancements, I call them. So our free shipping, our money back guarantee, our FAQs, and then we have a review section. So you can see as you're scrolling through this page, there's a certain level of quality and sort of like put togetherness that is exemplified and communicated through the page. And that puts your consumers at mind. So we earn their trust. We earn that first impression by looking and appearing as an actual brand. And then we further reinforce that trust with more social proof. And then we lastly show them how their desires or problems can be solved by using our product towards the end. So you've probably heard people buy with emotion and justify with logic. And that is the way the general flow of the landing page is set up. And then the homepage, I know I usually say don't spend a ton of time on the homepage, but in actuality, the homepage of your site can have a massive impact on performance if it is very shitty. So you want to have a homepage. You don't want to spend too much time on it. You just want to make sure that of the few elements that you have on it, they're really high quality. So all I've done is use Midjourney to create these really awesome looking homepage hero pages. So just go into Midjourney, type in, give me a photo of a woman, 35 to 44 looking into the camera, light blue background, etc. It's very simple to make. And then I just build upon and reinforce all the things that they're seeing on the product page. So we're using social proof. We have value proposition statements, another Midjourney photo, a link to the product, more testimonials and reviews. And as you can see, the homepage is really building upon what's working so well on the product page. So when people do get to the product page and they do click around, they have this really awesome cohesive experience. And you can see just by me navigating through the page, hopefully I've been able to show instead of tell you that combining a trending product with a landing page that looks like this, when my primary competition is, I got to deal with Amazon, but really other dropshippers, why would I worry about what other dropshippers are doing? Am I really going to be concerned with like Joe Schmo building the same shrine theme or the same debut theme Shopify store and trying to drive traffic to that page when my page looks like this? Honestly, I'm not super concerned. If I had to pick between this and another dropshipping store, I'd pick this. And I think most of my prospective customers would agree. So that is it, guys. That is it for this video. I wanted to break down the two main things. Again, the two main things that you need to be focusing on is building high converting landing pages for products that are already selling. Your ad strategy, I've made several videos on ad strategy in the past, and it honestly doesn't matter as much as this in the beginning because a lot of your competitors are going to use the same ads as you. They're going to use the same ripped content. They're going to have the same quality, but everyone is skipping out on the landing page. So just by building a quality landing page, you can really differentiate and separate yourself from the thousands upon thousands of dropshippers who are just going to lazily copy and paste, not put any thought process, not put any effort behind their landing pages. And they're going to throw up product tests with ripped content and they're not going to see results. So you combine a high converting landing page with the products that are already selling with a pretty solid ad strategy, and you combine that with cost caps, you are off to the races. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it and you got a ton of value out of this, make sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe. If you want access to my complete Shopify dropshipping masterclass, the 4 weekly Q&As, the one-on-one coaching call, and $400 plus worth of free paid spy tools, hit the first link in the description to join God Tier Ecom. The price is going up very shortly, and we're going to close enrollment 2 weeks before Black Friday. So make sure you get in at the lowest price that it will ever be, and while you still can. And I hope to see some of you guys on that coaching call offer. The slots are filling up very quickly, so make sure you hit the first link in the description. And I hope to see some of you guys inside. If you enjoyed the video, again, I read all the comments, so appreciate all the feedback, all the love and support on the channel as of late. We're growing the channel pretty well, and I'm pretty happy with the community that we built as well. So see you guys in the next one. Hope you got a ton of value. Peace.